Welcome to Botches Off-Road. Join us as we talk about everything from gear reviews to trail stories, tent camping to rock landing, and all things to do with the outdoors. And I think this is the last time you will ever hear that intro, and it'll be the last time you hear my phone ring today. I
Don't
think
count
I'm
her.
gonna. I just put it in mute. That's why I said last time you'll hear it ring today.
We
I
keep
think
saying
we're-
that's the last time, but we might as well stop and use a different intro by next year, right?
Well, no, I said that we're gonna rewrite it. I didn't say it was gonna be the last time. This
Yeah,
is
I
the
was gonna
last
say.
time. This is the last time because this is the last episode of season 2 and the last episode of 2025.
Congratulations, folks. You made it.
Yes, this is episode. Okay, this is episode 99. Numerically, it's episode 102. Get that figured out.
Yeah. It's okay. We don't know either.
Listen, I did a lot of math.
Yeah. Call me at random times of the night. Hey.
Hey, I gotta make
We
sure we
gotta
don't
figure
fuck
it
this up.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
So, yeah, it's been a ride. Today's going to be a nice, longer wrap while Mark tells us everything he's done, and me and Gavin catch you up on the end of our season. I guess it is. End of season 2. And next week, you are going to hear us talk about our favorite parts of season 2. So, yeah, it'll be great. On that note, Mark, what the hell have you been doing?
Well, me and Alex both had a rough last week or 2 weeks now, is it?
3 weeks? I don't know.
Been a rough winter.
Yeah. So let me double check my dates here.
Don't worry about dates. Just try and keep them in order.
I'm trying to remember how many weeks ago it was now. I want to say
2
2
to
weeks
3.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about like 2 weeks ago now. It'll probably be 3 by the time this get posted. But anyways, I went into work Tuesday morning, about probably like 2 miles out of work. Like got off the highway, turned down the main drag heading towards our workplace. All of a sudden, my steering got really tough all of a sudden. I'm like, oh shit, I think my belt went out. So I limped the truck over, trying not to overheat it and get up over the hill without sliding back down it. And I parked it, and my belt was completely shredded and wrapped around the fan.
Jesus.
So I'm like, well, also to help that morning, I heard something chirping. I'm like, I guess it'll be a weekend fix. No, it was not a weekend fix. It ended up being the week fix.
Yikes.
So went to work, came back, tore it down, figure out what was wrong, realized the tensioner idler wheelie was seized on the tensioner arm. So I'm like, it's literally the same wheel as all the other idler pulleys, so I should, in theory, be able to break it off and replace it. I went to go do that, and it spun out about halfway and stopped. So me and my brother were fighting with it for a little bit, trying to get it to break loose again. And all of a sudden, snap. So it went from a $80 part change, went to $150, I think it was,
Ouch.
to almost 3 days after our work getting it tear down to get to us. The first night we got the battery out of the way, and then the alternator, and then we were getting ready to start with the AC compressor, but my brother was moaning about the cold and hungry and tired, so I'm like, all right, I guess we'll call it a night. You know, I want to get a little further torn down than that. So Dad picked us up and took us home. Wednesday came back, worked. Oh, also we picked up the part Tuesday night, should say. We picked up the new tension arm since we needed it. Got that. Came back Wednesday morning, did the work, came back, and then we proceeded to tear down a little more. Got 2 of the top bolts for the AC compressor out, and then the one was seized and didn't want to move. And we ended up rounding the head off a little bit, so we were like, all right, we got to get some specialty tools. We called it a night. And then Thursday, we got tools that we needed, went to work, came back, towed it into the shop because it was going to be rainy that night because it was our giant rainstorm that we had.
Yep.
So we got in the shop, worked on it, got it torn out. I ended up breaking one of the bolts off. Luckily, the tensioner held the stud that was broken off, so it was just a matter of replacing it. So I know only with 3 bolts on my AC condenser, which is working fine, no issues, that doesn't wobble, nice and firm. So I'm like, all right, don't need 3 bolts apparently, or 4 bolts.
Yeah. Gavin, did that sound like denial to you?
Yeah. That sounds like as soon as we hit one of these water holes here this weekend, or this week. But hey, don't let me bring you down, boy.
So, got that put in place, and then we got the alternator in place, got the battery, all that hooked back up. Battery's been sitting in the truck for like 3-ish days. And then we went to go get food. This was like almost 11 o'clock when we finally got out of the shop and was getting to eat our dinner. And we started on our way back home, and I had to pull off. This is about like probably 4-ish, maybe 5-ish miles away from the shop. Pulled into a rest stop and realized my battery was dropping voltage. So we sat, charged it for a little bit, hoped it was good enough. It was not good enough. We ended up almost another 4 miles of 44th Street. Had to pull off, charge it again. Of course, we're on 196, so like there's long stretches where you don't have pull-offs. So we ended up going across 44th Street to 131, pulled off into the gas station before we hit 131 because it was 4 miles again. Charged it. I think we got down to Wealthy Street when we had to pull off again. Charged it back up for a little bit. Got up to the ballpark. Almost didn't make it to the ballpark. That was a stretch. I ended up literally almost draining it dry that time. You can tell it was bad when I had like no headlights, and when I turned my turn signal on, it was ugh. It was like, yeah, something's wrong. Got charged. That was a little bit longer because of how far I drained it. Got up to Belmont. It was safe. It would have probably lasted till Rockford, but I didn't want to chance it. Got charged. Limped up to Rockford. Got charged again. Got off at the Sparta Greenville exit. Charged it one more time. Took the back roads to Cedar. That way, if I had to pull off, I didn't really have to struggle on the highway. Got to literally a Ghost gas station there on Cedar. Charged it one last time and drove it through town. By the time we finally got back, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was glad that work called off that day because of weather and all that, so I ended up being able to sleep in a little bit because I was like, it's going to be a pain to wake up an hour and go back to work. Took the alternator, took the battery out, got it tested, and nothing was wrong with either one of them. The only theory I had is that the battery wasn't getting charged enough, and because it didn't reach where it needed to be, it was not keeping up with, the alternator couldn't keep up with the charge while driving.
Which the alternator should be able to run the truck regardless of battery state.
I know.
You could have a failed battery, and if your alternator's running, you're good to go.
The only other thing I could think of was the wire that connects to it, the bolt and nut. The terminal and the nut was very rusty. So I ended up replacing the nut with a wing nut because I couldn't find the right size nut. Even though, literally, I tried a 60 millimeter nut on the alternator. Didn't work, but a 60 millimeter wing nut worked.
Different thread type?
This should be the same thread type.
Yeah.
Well, Ponch's engineering, I tell you.
Yeah. So, got that Titan, tried it after it was charged and everything, and it has been running fine since. So, I don't know what the frick was up with the jump starts.
Well, Mark, you know what that story just told me?
Hmm.
It's time to open my beer.
That made me want to drink. And I don't drink.
What a ride, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Ugh.
That
Yeah,
was...
So you just, it was the wire was hooked up weird on the alternator or what?
I don't know. I haven't fully decided what was wrong with that.
But it's good to go, so we're good to go.
Yeah. All I know is that from what I can tell, it's the original alternator that's been on the truck since it was made.
So was mine until I went out with the botcha screw and sunk that shit.
What are you talking about,
I don't know.
Gavin? We never even get our
I
trucks
just-
wet.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. It was actually Pied Street that took it.
We don't even do mud, dude. What are you talking about?
Dude, 2 days, it's gonna be so bad. I'm honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm not looking forward to sinking my truck. I'm not.
So don't sink it.
Yeah, but how am I gonna get like video of me doing it again though?
I'm gonna say Everett's been pretty dry this season, like all the way around. I know it's just melted and stuff, but
And rained for like 3 days straight.
Yeah, it's gonna be wet, Mark.
It's gonna
I'm
be
hoping it's
sucky.
I'm hoping it's just frozen. That's my dream. My dream is that it all decided to freeze.
It'll get frozen, all right. It'll freeze 3-inch chunks of ice, and then when the first truck that breaks through it is gonna fuck all that up.
We'll just make sure that that's Mark. He's got a nice solid steel bumper.
and skip.
I say we get the Busted to Built crew lead. He might make it worse though.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be fun doing our B team for that event.
Poker run.
Poker run. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to go somewhere in the middle or second. That way, by the time I go through it, it's not completely fucked. That's mine. That's my idea. I'm not as well set up as Mark and Alex, and definitely not as well set up as the Busted to Built Suburban. But
You see,
Tahoe.
the Tahoe. Yeah, the Busted to Built Tahoe is only good set up because it's so freaking tall that the truck itself doesn't get in the water.
yeah, we have some Instagram reels. That thing is massive. I remember when we were sitting there taking our break and that thing pulled up. He wasn't even a part of the group at that time, was he?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he ended up joining later. But he pulled up and we were like, holy shit. And we sat there and talked to him. And then the hill that we were doing that we did backwards, he like just crawled up it, like barely anything, no issues. And we were like, yep, that's about what we would expect of a monster like this. Compared to our trucks, he was the biggest truck there. I guess other than the only other thing that
the
might have
Ram.
been able to, yeah, the Ram, but not in clearance though.
So what time? I know, kind of off topic. What time do we want to meet at my house on Thursday?
When does the event start again?
Was it like 11 or something? Didn't it start at like? I'm going.
I just need to make sure I give my brother the right time because he's gonna come with us for the first time ever.
Yeah, it starts at 11, so we probably want to get there at 10:30.
Yeah, so leave here about 9:30.
9.
9, sure.
Well, gas.
Yep,
Other-
9.
Any other issues? Get there, air down. Gosh, dude, I'm not ready. I gotta re-download the maps, and I gotta get some stuff set up in the truck.
I gotta figure out where I put my tablet.
You don't forget Nav this time, man. Don't.
I gotta figure out where I put my tablet.
Everybody's got comms, right? We all should be good on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Do we have an extra antenna somewhere? Like a magnet antenna?
To see if my brother does.
I had one. I don't know where it went. We might have thrown it away.
I think we threw yours away.
Yeah,
'Cause
you were
I've
like,
got-
I don't know why you have it up there. And I was like, yeah, I don't know either.
I've got that radio, that extra MXT 275 I could throw in Devin's truck for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had the handheld, but I don't think it's programmed for. Jasper got to it. I don't know how he did it, but he got it off of the typical like program. It doesn't like
Weird.
Yeah, you can't like hear and see the people talking and stuff anymore. You can't reply. So I don't know what he did. It's just sitting around now. I think we left it outside one night too. So it still works. It just the charging port was all filled with mud and shit, and I was like, haven't touched it since.
Yeah, other than that, I think we'll all have radios. But yeah, my little brother's going to bring his manual 4-cylinder Tacoma out wheeling for the first time.
Yeah.
Almost literally his first time wheeling.
Yeah.
Well, it'll give a good chance to air down and hopefully everything goes good. I did prep my winch line, so we're good there.
Yeah, I pulled mine out and have put it back in because what did I use it for recently? Because I had to use it again.
Or something else.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we have a whole episode on the recovery.
Yeah, we did. I forgot because we came right back and talked about it.
But I used it since then, but I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, I pulled a auger out of one of the feed lines.
Oh, yeah.
And
Probably should do mine tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night we're meeting up.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Wednesday? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
We also got to
Yeah,
put my
dude.
skip plate back on.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Well, you're going to get all that water and stuff stuck back in there again, and you have to take it right back off.
It's a lot of
Is it
work.
really water? This is mostly dirt.
Yeah,
this
this is like 2 inches of mud.
But not
mud.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good time, man. I don't think I have anything I'm worried about now. And Mark, we turned on that One Springs preload.
Yeah.
And the front end of my truck is it's so soft now. It sits level. Maybe I just had that one side turned up too high.
Probably.
Yeah. I got some stuff to worry about, but I'm just going to try not to think about it.
Yeah, don't think about it because that'll become a problem.
So we have, so there's Mark's wrap. My wrap's pretty small, other than I've been trying to get ready, but I've had some issues that I've talked about here already as far as like some weird sound that we can't quite place. And I had the plan to take it to the old Botches Bay and try and figure that out. But then I just threw out a message to my uncle who's got a heated bay. And he was like, yeah, just so happen to have space tonight. So I brought it over there and planned on taking the rear wheel off and disassembling the emergency brake. That way it could stop rubbing because I'm pretty sure it was seizing. Didn't even get to that. I started the front brakes. Pads are pretty easy on those 07 FJs. You just take the wheel off, take the pins out and the little cotter keys or whatever they're in the pins, and slide the pads out.
As long as you don't have worn rotors, that's fine. If your rotors are worn, you got to take the whole caliper off.
Yeah,
Yep.
which I didn't. But left side, super easy. I was like, God, I love this. This is why I love these things. Get to the other side. The other side is super hard. I'm having terrible trouble trying to get it open enough. I can't get anything in there to compress the cylinders, and so I'm having a hard time with that. I start trying to like jam a screwdriver in somewhere just to pry it open a little bit. Not working. End up breaking like 2 screwdriver heads, and finally I just start hammering into the pad itself.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it was that bad. And it wouldn't have gone anywhere. Like, so I finally hammered into the pad itself. This is the old pad. and it made enough space for me to be able to pry the cylinders in a little. And I did that and pulled them out after a little bit of struggling and figured out my issue is the cylinders were pretty seized, and that was the issue. My inside cylinders were seized almost completely. I think I moved them a little bit.
That tells me that you have rotor wear.
Yeah, probably on the rear end for sure, or on the inside part of the rotor. Yeah. And then my outside was fine. That compressed and everything. So took the pads out, tried to throw a new one in, couldn't even get the new pad in on the inside, and it was like 750 when we found this out. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna throw the old pad back on there, with the thickest one I could fit in. And we did that, put that back on, and I'm like, screw it, I will buy a new caliper. It's like $70. I'll buy a new caliper.
So you're gonna need new rotors too, or a new rotor.
Yeah. I need new everything if I can afford it, but I can't right now. So it's funny because I just got a birthday present, which would seem otherwise, but this is special money that she's been squirreling away that she didn't tell me about. So that was very nice of her. Anyway, got to the back of the truck, and I wanted to check my diff fluid because I heard a sound. And I don't think it was the diff, but I heard a random sound that night of the recovery that kind of like scared me into wanting to double check to change the diff. It was just like a click, and I had never heard it before. And after pulling a car with the help of 2 other winches, but pulling a car back onto the road in 4 low, I just didn't like that sound. I don't know what it was, but I asked Alex, he heard it. I was like, okay. So it could have been just something engaging when I was trying to get it back out. I don't know. So anyway, I went to go check the diff, and thankfully everything opened up fine. I started open the top part of the diff out, just the fill area. Stuck my pinky in there, and it come out kind of gray, like blackish, silverish, and then my heart sank, and yeah, kind of just went a little downhill from there. I tried it again. I'm like, I just probably got some stuff on there. Nope, same thing. And I stuck my phone camera up there to kind of look around, and like, yep, this is looking kind of gray silverish. So then I went and got my borescope out of the back of the truck, threw it in there. Yep, not looking good at all. My uncle ended up having a bunch of spare fluid. Not quite the weight I needed, but good enough. And we drained it all out, and it was bad. It wasn't the worst it could be. It wasn't white milk. It wasn't completely silver with chunks, but there's definitely some shavings in there. And so I'm now on the hunt for a rear end for that, or an axle, because you can't just pop that diff open. There's no diff plate on the back of those. So
yeah, you got to pull the third member.
Yeah. So I found a couple axles are around $800. So I might just do that and replace the whole axle. We'll see. It would probably be, I've seen like a GX. There's like a GX axle that's geared 373, which I hear is better, but I also hear that those tend to grenade. So,
and plus, if you change your rear axle's gearing, you have to change your front axle's gearing to match.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I just want to go and get a whole axle off of an FJ. I asked one guy, and he said it was like $850 to pull the axle off of his FJ, the one he has for parts. So that's probably the cheapest route. I'd love to get a regear, but for the price, I probably won't be able to afford it. So this will be a for now thing, and if I ever move up to like 35s or 40s or something like that, or more like 40s, 37s to 40s, I will re-gear. What's up, bud? Yeah, and my son's joining me here.
You hear the
Hi.
people in the background.
Yeah. Hi, yeah, we're recording. Can you say hi? Okay, Mama's gonna take you now. Say bye-bye. I know. We'll see you later. Sorry about that.
Good.
But yeah, so I don't know the lifespan I have on that axle. I'm hoping it doesn't grenade in the next couple days, weeks, months, but
Well, just like mine and Mark's, you've got anywhere between 1 and 350,000 miles.
yeah. Well, yeah, I don't love that. I really don't.
Well,
So-
what I'm getting at is it's always a gamble, man. You could have glitter in a diff forever and never have a problem. You could have a diff that's never had glitter grenade itself.
Yeah, and I have been really negligent on checking my diff fluid and stuff, and I'm going to be better at it. But in the 2 years that I had that, now it's like 3.5. But since I've bought it, I've never checked the diff fluid. To be fair, I haven't put a crap ton of miles on it either. Like comparatively, I bought it at like 110,000 miles. There's 157 now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think I've put a ton of miles on it to need to check it, but once I started doing stuff with water and I started submerging the truck, it probably would have started being a good idea. And I have not, so.
Trevor,
Well-
you put a breather extension on that yet, or no? For your real?
Not on the rear. The front has the higher breather extensions, but I saw where the breather was located on the back, and I'm like, yeah, we got to fix that, so.
Well, on to a more fun topic. How was everybody's Christmases? Since we haven't even talked about Christmas because we've been so busy.
Yeah, not to down everybody, but let's bring it back up a little bit. My Christmas was good. We did a couple different things. I think I ended up didn't really get much for the truck. I got more for recording and like more content. So I got some little mics, some lavalier mics, and I plan to take those to some of our botches, Chords of Calf, and do some on the road kind of podcast things.
Hell yeah.
So we could do that. Try to use them during Poker Run. There's going to be a lot going on. And I have something else I just got for my birthday. So there's going to be a whole lot going on, and I don't know if I'm going to have the time or attention span to break everything out like I should. But yeah, we're going to try. We're going to start doing some of those. We might do some on the road interviews. Bring out the mics, interview one of the guys we're hanging out with at the time, see if they want to talk a little bit. And yeah, I got two of them, so it'll go one for the host and one for the guest, and it would be cool. It would be cool to get some outdoor, just some campfire ones, round campfire round tables or something. It'd be cool. So looking forward to that.
I got more camping gear than I did truck gear. Actually, I don't think I got any truck gear.
Yeah.
I got a down quilt for the swag, which I'm really excited about. I'm just sick and I always just use blankets I get from Walmart because I add blankets whenever I need them, and Walmart's usually the place that has them. But that's kind of a problem come wintertime because then your moisture makes the cheap cotton blankets freeze. And then I also got some heated camp chairs, which I'm freaking stoked about because I finally have enough room, having added the roof, that I can carry real camp chairs. So I got the fancy ones that are comfy. I'm pretty excited for those. And then other than that, I got heated pants, but that's more a work thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess I should add, I did actually get some truck stuff. I forgot all about it. Sienna would probably kill me if I didn't mention it, but I got a new driver's side mirror for side mirror. That thing has been shattered for a while, and she found one on Amazon, and it pops right in. So got one of those. I got a hardwire kit. Well, hey, welcome back, son. Man. Yeah. I got a hardwire kit for the... he's getting pulled out again.
Rat featuring Jasper.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I got a hardwire kit for the Wolf box, which I spent the other day wiring that in, and I just wired that up to my voltage meter. Same one I use there. On my switch panel. So that anytime I turn on because I always run my voltage meter anytime I start the truck, just so I could keep an eye on that. So I felt like that was a good place to run the Wolf box as well, instead of piggybacking it into a fuse, which honestly I just didn't feel like doing. So, because then I'd have to take the switch panel and like pull that off, and I have all the wiring real organized, but it's really hard to take it all off.
Ratness, got it.
Yeah, organized. Chaos.
Organized ratness.
Yeah, it's organized for me. So, yeah, I got that, and I will be getting a hardwire kit for the WeBoost.
WeBoost.
Yep. So that's still coming, but I will be getting that. I might try and tie it into the same thing, honestly, because it really, I'm going to check the combined watt on that and make sure that I can without blowing a fuse. But honestly, it's good to have the WeBoost running at any time any of the other ones are. So
yeah,
it's kind of one of those things that you turn the truck on and you want it to go. So it makes sense for me. So yeah, I got that. She ordered me some new LED interior lights because mine have been spazzing out. Alex saw that the other day. They were flashing like a rave. The one time he's like, "What's going on with your fucking lights?" I'm like, yeah,
this shit was irritating. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So I got some ambers, and I'm gonna try this out because I had bright LEDs and that was cool, but I'm hoping for amber to help with bugs.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see if that helps with attracting bugs inside the vehicle. And it's a little, not attracting. And it's a warmer light, so it should be a little better on the eyes, but still being able to light things up.
Remember, like 10 years ago, everyone wanted the brightest lights possible. They wanted them to be as white as possible. And now we're all going back to ambers and warm lighting.
Yeah, well, there's also like this, and I'm just saying it's a conspiracy because I haven't looked super far into it, but like the LEDs and super white light are like killing us.
Yeah.
Like, they have a really bad adverse effect to us. So a lot of people are going back to warm lighting and all of their woes are stopping.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but so I just want to get some warmer light. There is a cool factor, I can't lie, that I feel like ambers look better anyway. So I would love to run like red light just because of how good it is for your eyes, but I think that's too dark. And I would like to see a little bit. So, yeah.
Red's not that dark, depending on what kit you're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was just a cheap Amazon one. I watched a guy do a YouTube video on it, and it looked really bright, looked really decent. So, and it comes in a pack, so there's like a bunch of them in there.
The other problem with red lighting is even though it might be not just as bright, but it might be bright enough, it's harder for your brain to process it.
Yeah, which is funny because it's harder for your brain to process, but it's better for your eyes.
Way better for your eyes.
Yeah, so I got that, and and I'll include this for Christmas because my birthday is coming up here in a couple days, and so I figure, and I'm getting it early, and we're using it in a poker run, but wife got me a new action camera, a little DJI action, so I could pair this action camera up wirelessly or through the they have like an adapter mic, so I can actually do video podcasts. We could do some video ones with the mics attached and then publish those. So if you guys are ever interested in a campfire chat with video, or a walk around.
Yep.
Something like that. We could do some actual rig walk-arounds and stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of possibilities here. It could be shot in vertical and horizontal, so
Sick.
yeah, it'll be good for all the Instagram content too. So yeah, pretty excited.
All right, Mr. Mark, what was your Christmas haul?
Not a lot. I got some ratcheting wrenches, which was purchased, or my dad got me like the day of fixing one of the parts off the truck.
Yeah, I mean, that's a sick gift. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. So that's the start of my tool building out for this next year.
And those?
Visual kit.
Oh, I can't remember. What brand are those?
I don't remember. It's from Tractor Supply. Have them.
Oh, they're Gear Wrench.
Gear
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, Gear Wrench or Traveler.
It's a good fucking tool.
Gear wrenches are actually pretty good tools.
Gear Wrench is actually one of my favorite tool brands.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good actually.
Our friends over at Snail Trail talk up Gear Wrench pretty heavily, so.
And then my little brother got me a membership for REI.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that is pretty nice actually. You get some pretty good deals and you rack up some good points. I think we spent an undisclosed amount there, and when we finally got our points redeemed, we were able to buy like 8 MREs, which they're about $10 a pop. So so you could do the math on that, and then anything over 8 is buy one get one like 50% off or something like that.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we ended up getting like 10 of them, and with the points, and then we also got a jacket. So we walked out of there with like 10 of the freeze-dried meals and a small down jacket for the kid. Spent $30.
Hell yeah.
I mean, obviously, you spent a lot more to get there before, but it's like Wesco rewards. You got to spend some to get some.
Listen, I've been playing the Wesco game hard the last few weeks.
I know.
I just paid for my first tank of gas in like 4 weeks today. And I only did that. I wouldn't have had to pay for a tank of gas, but I sold my farmhand all of the gas. Okay, so Wesco has a system. This is our local gas station, by the way. It's really good.
Yeah.
So you get points, and you get more points based on what you buy in the store. And then you can get so much off 20 gallons of gas. They cap it at 20.
Yeah.
So I've been getting enough points to get free gas from Wesco. And then I just fill an extra 5-gallon can because my car can only hold 15 gallons. And then I just sold my farmhand my extra 4 cans, my extra 3 cans, which would be 1 tank of gas. I sold it to him for like, I don't know, I think it settled on like $2.50 a gallon or something like that. So, it's really good, man.
This feels really illegal. Like, I feel super wrong hearing it.
I've been adding it up. I've been pricing this out. So right now they have a deal where you buy 2 Fantas, and you get 1 Fanta free plus 25 cents off per gallon.
Yeah.
Now, when you factor that out over 20 gallons, you're getting the Fanta for free. Completely.
I mean, you are getting one for free already.
If you didn't buy the Fanta, you'd also get it. Like, it's very cool. I love it. I just, it's too much for me to even try to fuck around with.
The thing is, I'm going to buy pop anyway, so why not get free gas for buying pop?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, sure, I got to drink Fanta. Oh, Mellow Yellow's the other one. I got to drink Fanta and Mellow Yellow, but...
So the Bricas are trying to get it off the shelves.
Deal too.
Barks is in it too, but I can't drink Barks.
Why?
It's not A&W.
Oh, I think Barks is better.
Oh, Barks tastes like rotten walnut shells to me.
Huh. Yeah, all right, guys. Send us a voicemail. Tell us your favorite root beer. My vote is Barks. Alex, you're at A&W. What do you got, Mark?
Barks usually my go-to, but A&W is a good site for me.
Yeah, it's not bad. Definitely not bad, but I don't know. I like Barks. I don't know if it's just the.
I think it's more mellow on the carbonation compared to A&W and Mugs.
Yeah. Oh, Mugs. That's a good one, actually.
I like Mugs too.
I would actually put Mugs as my second. You reminded me. There's also a Tractor Supply sells it. I think it's called Frost Top or Frosties. They're like, they used to have like a big, it was a big bottle, like for like $1. So I used to buy those all the time, and those were really good, dude. So,
I like mine would be A&W, Mugs, and then Faygo root beer.
oh, damn! I didn't think Faygo would be anywhere in this list.
Bro, Faygo's my fucking favorite.
I like Faygo for sure. Anybody who's not from Michigan, Faygo was originally made in Michigan, right?
It is,
and it's almost exclusive to the Michigan.
It is
Midwest area. Some people can get it out now.
It's not exclusive. It's always it used to be sold a lot more in other parts of the country, but
yeah,
that's like.
But they have some of the best sodas,
bro. Like Red Pop. Oh my god, Red Pop all the way. It's probably the worst soda for you with as much 100%. As the Red 40 in there. But God. I used to have
the best.
I was gonna say the only downside of Faygo is that it gets flatter the quicker than the rest of the pops.
Yeah, I used to have people send me Red Pop and Rock and Rye when I was overseas.
Yeah, I never loved Rock and Rye, but like Red Pop, even the cream soda was pretty good. Their cream soda was pretty good.
Rock and Rye is weird because I never loved Rock and Rye until I was on the plane to Korea. And one of the pop options happened to be Rock and Rye. And I tried it in the air, and it changed everything. Now it's one of my favorites.
Must have been the plane.
Dude, the only thing better than Rock and Rye a mile up is Coke. Coke, when you're flying, tastes amazing.
Yeah, I bet.
So, fun facts. When you're flying, everything tastes different because of the altitude. Yeah. So literally, when you're in the air, everything tastes slightly different, and Coke is so much better.
Slightly off topic. Speaking of altitude, I want to really do Imogene Pass someday. It's super high up. I'd love to go out and do it. It's gorgeous. It's one of those things where like you look on TV and you're like, this couldn't be real. But like just the scenes, being able to see as far as you could see, just mountains, and you have a cliff right on the outside edge of your tires that just drops to death. It looks beautiful.
What is it? Is it Big Bear that has that like super? Yeah, I want to do the Black Bear Pass.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm honestly super scared of heights, so I don't know how bad I would be. I know when we did the railroad bridge in the Western UP trip, I was actually I was shaking a bit, and I usually don't but Mackinac Bridge doesn't bother me, but that one it looked like it was an old rickety bridge, and you only had a couple feet on either side, and then you could look down like 300 some feet to a waterfall in the river. I was like, oh, yeah, it kind of, I could feel my stomach at the bottom, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. They asked me if I wanted to go back over it. I wish I would have, but I said no. I was like, I'm good. Just sit right here in the truck and let my adrenaline go down.
Oh, there he's back.
Okay.
My back?
Completely off topic from that. I have an update from our recovery episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shannon, who was the tow truck driver, he owns that company.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. My dad's best friend, Tim, actually worked for Shannon for a long time.
That's almost better. I think if I would recommend them probably over anyone else, just based off of his attitude and character. So since being the owner of that company.
Yep. Since we didn't share the company name, Northern Towing. Phenomenal.
Northern Towing.
Best tow company in the area.
Yeah, I haven't met a lot of people, especially tow drivers, that were that nice, and it was really nice of him to do what he did, to give that person a recovery for free. And that was not an easy one either. Like, I don't know how he would have got it out of there, without damage, without us. I'm sure he would have found a way, but still, that was rough.
He would have had to drag it across that tree. I mean, that's just
Yeah,
the way
I couldn't imagine could you daisy chain the two together, do the flatbed across the road, and then just pull it up straight?
Maybe.
I think his truck was too long.
Yeah.
Because then he'd
his
have to
truck wouldn't fit
reposition.
there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard one for a long truck like that.
Yep. That was.
That
Yeah.
was a doozy.
But Shannon's
I have an
cool.
update too. They on the customer side of it, the daughter came and thanked both of us. She kept asking me what I wanted for money and compensation and stuff, and I said no, nothing. I said, it'd be one thing if it was like if you had a ton of money and you were just offering it, and that's that thing. But like someone making a post and saying, hey, I couldn't afford a tow truck.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not right before Christmas. We're not gonna go steal your money. What the hell? Like, we were more than happy to go out there. But yeah, I mean, if you're on the side of the road and you're like, hey, dude, thanks for pulling out my BMW. Here's $10. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take $10. Sure. Usually I'll do it for free, though. If you make me a sob story, I'll do it for free every time.
Gavin is a softie. He'll fucking cave.
I am. Yeah,
All right,
I'll cave
boys.
100%.
Do we want to call this episode here, get on over and talk about our favorite parts of season 2?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Awesome. Catch you guys later.
All right.
Later.